Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Songwriter's Journal. I'm Rob Edenbo. Um, Consistency and volume of content is definitely on the upswing. It's all about balance. I know I haven't done a Songwriter's Journal since early November. Now we're into December already here, and I'm just now getting Songwriter's Journal 24 up there. But I'm talking to some balance here later on in the video, and yeah, I'll explain what's going on. Pour yourself a beer, have one with me. I'm doing a smoked, it's called Marzen style? Marzen, yeah. Rauch Margin, that's the style. It's an ale. I love smoked beer. They're hard to come by. And one of the local breweries, Springhouse, finally put one out here. So a limited run, but take advantage of it when they're doing it. Stone Brewery used to do one for years, and then they let it go. So disappointing. Oh my! So go ahead and click subscribe. Like the video if you would. That's Marshall's head there. He's photobombing. I'm working off paper script today. Wanted to start out by recounting my last open mic at Jen Jen's. It worked out good, so I'm glad to report that. I went down there with like half a dozen songs ready to perform. Before I go on, I like to prepare a set list. If I get 2-3 songs, great. If I get sometimes up to 6, I'm ready to go, and I've practiced them that day. So I did go down with a set list ready to go, and then I was the only one that showed up. A fellow that was hosting at Marshall Stone's his name. Just met him for the first time that night. He's fabulous, beautiful voice. He's got an impressive range he can sing through. Very difficult to follow the guy, but of course I had to go up after him because I was the only one there, and I held my own, so I was happy about that. Then we kind of rotated through the night. He'd play a half a dozen, I'd play a half a dozen, and by the end of the night, I'm sure I played upwards of 24 songs, and I wasn't ready to do except maybe 6. So I was really, really happy with myself for being ready for that opportunity and taking advantage of it. And I was a little disappointed too because I can be self-critical, and in this case it's a good thing. I could have done better. My practice of my repertoire is definitely not where it needs to be yet because some of the songs they get a little rusty after a few weeks of not playing them. So I do have a system for making sure I get on that. It's just it's a little weak right now. Again, I'm building on this theme of balance. The end of the whole thing, Marshall asked me if I had any juice left, and I was really happy to say yes I do, and gave it 2 or 3 more songs at the very end. Yeah, the voice held up, and my old hand injury is completely healed, so it was a good time. Even though some of the songs I skipped a few verses or blundered the words or fumbled my way through some of the chord progressions, which is all because of being rusty on some songs. And again, I didn't have that mental preparation the same day of preparing a set list and being on it, which is kind of key. It's a key thing for me. I need the mental preparedness for shows, and I do view a gig differently. I prepare a set list a week or 2 ahead of time, and I'm practicing that in those coming week or 2 before the actual gig. So I'm a lot more honed in for an actual show that I'm doing. But I have to focus on my theme of good enough. Being good enough is what counts. Not being perfect, certainly not living up to anyone else's standards, much less your own false pride. I couldn't reach some of my goals for guitar skills. I still haven't reached those goals. Not that I was trying to be a virtuoso, but I was trying to be someone that could do solos and do fingerstyle fingerstyle like Chet Atkins, which is more virtuosistic, I know, but it's a style. You don't have to be as good as him to be into the style. Hello, Serenity. Serenity's photobombing now. Yeah, they just don't get enough attention. That's what they think. Anyway, I know about 5 years ago or so, I made a very conscious mindset change to just trying to be good enough. Not that I'm underselling myself, but my main goals are to get out and play and, of course, record the music that I write, and I'm doing that now. So, yeah, awesome. Now I'm going to get into the balance aspect of everything. I've talked about it before, lack of energy and motivation. They seem to be the only things holding me back, really. So it's kind of that depression that I have spoken about before. I've gotten into that in other videos. And that hit at its worst was about this time last year, November, December. By December last year, I wasn't even playing open mics. I was having panic attacks. I kept going out, but I just couldn't stay with people, around people, much less get on stage and play. Now I'm on guitar most every day. I bought a piano this year. I'm learning the piano. Having a little trouble getting my teacher, getting a teacher. I did get a teacher, and then he's been canceling lessons, so I haven't had a lesson now in about a month, and a little concerned about that. The last one was supposed to be him coming over to my house, and he just never showed. I got a text sometime after he was supposed to be there saying, "Oh, I forgot about it. I got to take my son to whatever," and I don't know. But I'm going to get to you, so I hope he does. He's a nice guy, and I'd like to work with him. He definitely has taken the time and the lessons we've had to try to figure out what my goals are and how to teach me. So, I think the ball's in his court at this point. Oddly enough, when I first looked for a piano teacher, I had gone to the internet and scoped out a teacher and sent her an email. She was not interested. She recommended going to the local music store that has piano lessons. So I went there. You have to sign their contract. You pay them, not the music teacher. He gets maybe 50% of what you pay them. And we did several lessons through them, and then he said he was tired of working with them. He's tired of only making half of what they're making, and I was his only student at the time. He said, "I'll get 4 or 5 students, and then they'll all quit on me." I don't know. Maybe it's his lack of consistency. If that's been an ongoing thing with him, that the parents are like, "Yeah, we can't do this," or maybe it's just the kids. Most of them were kids. I saw him teaching a 5-year-old girl one day, yeah, a little worried about that. So I need a teacher. I need that motivation, that accountability. That's just something I need. I tried resubscribing to Peghead Nation. I haven't used it. I've made up 2 payments now, so I'm going to cancel that again. I would like to get back on it one day because it's really got some good stuff there, but it's just not the motivation to do it. Whatever, it just doesn't seem to work for me. So I just went off script. I was talking about balance. I was at a point where I was playing piano about every other day or so, and doing a harmonica once a week or so. The banjo, I have to say, has been off the track right now. I got to a point where I was able to play it at one of my groups jams with my bluegrass friends. I did like one song, but it got through it. It was okay. Everyone was very supportive of me, and I was just really happy I was able to play along with a group. So on the upside, also I have to say I've produced a lot more social media. It's really been consistent. That's a kind of a shocker too. So on Facebook, I have my personal page, which was the only thing I was doing for a long time. Then I had a personal Instagram page, and that slowly started creeping into things. And then this past year, I went ahead and did a professional page on both Facebook and Instagram. Of course, I'm not forgetting YouTube, which we're on right now. But the professional pages on the meta channels there are really, really I'm getting a lot of good content on them. I've started developing some followers. The Instagram has 50 followers or so, which ain't too bad. It's a good start. I haven't done anything to promote those things. My personal channel is on Facebook is where most people follow me, just because I've had friends over the years, and we've friends, people I meet in person, not Facebook friends. Misleading. It's a true misnomer. Never mind. Not going there. I am trying to focus on the Instagram, so it's Rob Edenbo's Songs. If you go onto Instagram, you find me. That's my music main outlet. That's where I'm putting the videos. And the other 3 meta channels, I am putting stuff on, trying to get it more consistent across all of those. And I'm going to try to hopefully funnel people towards the music pages eventually. I've already started that a little bit. I made at least one post on Facebook where I said, hey, I got this thing, go join up, and some people did. So the balance is also weighted against keeping up my home. I do own my own home, and it's a big home. It's got 4 bedrooms in it, and it's just me and my son living here, and he's talking about moving out. He's packing right now, so it'd be just me. So it's a lot to keep up with. I have these 2 big dogs that shed a lot of hair, so I'm vacuuming every day, and I cook. I've been cooking more, so that's good too. But it makes more dishes. Always laundry. That'll never leave you as long as you live. I don't know if any of you caught the joke song I did about laundry. It was on, I guess, one of the meta channels. I put it on there. And of course, warding off the depression and self-care. Marshall's like, your hands don't look busy, Dad. You should be petting me. Still not dating. It's been, going on 3 years since my wife and I separated and got divorced. But just, in the name of building the momentum, which I've already started, and just being able to hold my shit together. So it's I'm just getting to that point here, and it's good, but just haven't been ready. And it'll come around here at some point. That'll be a thing that again has to be balanced in with everything else. So for right now, it's good that I don't have somebody that I'm involved with, because that would take away more time from the other things that I'm trying to work with, a little here, a little there, aka balance, right? So the open mics, that's dipped off a little bit. In the last week or two, it's started to jump back up again, but just overall here in the last couple months, it's dipped down a little bit. But again, the social media content has ramped up quite a bit and has been consistent, and I am keeping out of the depression gully, so all great. For content, like I was saying, I did increase those things. I kind of touched on a little of that. I'll say I'm not necessarily any better at what I'm doing. It's just I'm doing it a lot more, which is huge. It's a major accomplishment for me to be putting that out. Not using any new tools, nothing fancy. I know I would like to start utilizing the scheduling components that Meta has available, so you can upload multiple posts and schedule them to be released, one a day or whatever. Yes, Serenity, what do you want? Again, Dad, what are you talking to? I do make use of the filters and some of the simple editing tunes in my phone. I use the iPhone for all my content. It's an iPhone 14, which isn't that new anymore, and Serenity's just going to be persistent here. Making me lose my thought train here. I do some simple editing now. I didn't used to do that when I first started the Songwriter's journals, and I'm happy about that. YouTube, I would definitely like to start working more with YouTube. Not only the Songwriter journals, I would like them to be twice a month, but the shorts, I really want to start doing more shorts, which are compatible with what I'm doing on Instagram for those videos. So it's just a matter of uploading them to YouTube. The YouTube is a little more difficult for me right now. when I upload to any of the meta pages, I do it right from my phone. Bam, lickety split, it's up there. With YouTube, unfortunately, right now the way I'm doing it, I have to airdrop it to my laptop, and then the laptop I go into YouTube and I drag it to the loading dock, whatever the hell it's called. So now there's two pieces of equipment. I don't take the laptop with me anywhere and everywhere, so I have to go get it out of where I have it stored and set it up, and it's usually dead because I'm only on it once a week, so I have to charge it. So there's a barrier to getting anything posted on YouTube, in addition to the time consumption that's involved with shooting the Songwriter's Journal. I mean, these videos are 20 minutes long, and I script them to some extent. I've quit trying to make a straight script and try to read it. I saw those videos where I was just like, reading. Not cool. I didn't like that. Serenity, go lay down. You're being a pest. Yes, you are. Last thing I'll say about the balance is it is a real job. Content production's a real job. A lot of musicians will say, I didn't sign up for that. I'm not bitter about it. Serenity, down. She's jabbing at me, and she wants me to go play or take her outside, or I know you do. I love you, but right now it's Songwriter's Journal time. I'm gonna get the eyes now. Anyway, it's a necessary evil to self-promote, and I'm not upset about that. I'm happy to do it right now. I think if it starts becoming more complicated or involved, which it probably has to, then it's going to get to be more of a chore that, I'll have to address that in a different day, but I'm not anywhere near that yet. Right now I'm just at the launching with the social media, so it's good. I like where I'm at. I'm a stable, doable place. So what I write this week, I have to say my songwriting has been down over the year compared to last year. I have 2 or 3 songs. One that I've done at open mics and I really kind of like, and 2 or 3 more that I'd like to get worked up, polished up, and ready, learned, memorized, so I can do them live. But I would definitely like to go on a songwriting spree here before the end of the year. I'm really feeling the urge to focus on the songwriting. This particular song, it's called She. I wrote it about 2 weeks ago. I sat down, and which is typical for me, I picked up a guitar and just started playing and singing syllables or whatever until things started coming out. And this song came out pretty quickly. It was just a verse and a chorus. This morning I added a third part to it. So what we're going to see is the first verse, which is probably going to wind up being relabeled as the chorus. So structure and naming changes. The chorus is probably going to be called, I don't even know what I'm going to call it. It's its own piece. It could be considered verse 1. The problem with verses is that to be what I consider a verse, verse 2 would have to recreate in a way what verse 1 was structurally. Same chord progression, same syllable and phrasing. I didn't do that with the second 2 parts to this song. It's like having a verse, a chorus, and what do you call that when you do that change? Not a bridge. I don't know. There's 3 parts to it anyway. Each one of them is different. The last one that I did today is super, super simple. The whole song is super simple. It's not my style. This song is folk punk, and I'm a country folk singer. So why'd I write it? Honestly, because it was coming out. That's what was there and wanted to be expressed at the time. And once it's there, I got to get it out. I can't keep that inside. It's like a cathartic thing. You just got to finish this to some extent. Get it out, what you have right then and there. So if you write a verse and a chorus and you don't like it, there's no obligation to continue, but you have to get out what's there. So I did get that out, and yeah, I guess what really I have to think about now is whether or not this song is a throwaway. To be a song that I would perform, I have to connect with it somehow, and then I have to, work it up. So working it up means I'm playing it repetitiously. I continue to tweak things on it, so I'm polishing it. And as I'm playing it repetitiously, it slowly changes. Just the act of the repetition changes it. Suddenly I could have a melody that wasn't there before, a hook that wasn't there before. Hooks are born in repetition, honestly. So that's something that I haven't really addressed in the Songwriter's Journal, because what I'm doing here in the Songwriter's Journal is sharing raw songs. So if I do a full song, it takes me about 3 hours to write a full song. And that's what I consider the raw version. So there might be 3 verses and a chorus. And that's what you would hear if I sang a full song to you on Songwriter's Journal. Sometimes I just share a verse and a chorus, whatever fragments I'm working on at the time. You gotta have to lay down. It's not time to go out yet. Lay down. Is it time yet, Dad? I waited a couple minutes. I want to share this too, because there's so much more to my process than just what I've shared so far. I'm not sure how to share the rest yet, except possibly follow-up videos. I've talked about doing follow-up videos and discussing different things in the future. I'm not sure that I've gotten back to any of that stuff. Sorry. I forget about it, once the Songwriter Journal's written, it's recorded. I could be a lot better than that, with that. That would be a nice goal as well. Now you're getting sound effects. Marshall's over here chewing on a bone loudly. They're so neglected. So what else did I want to cover on that before I actually get it out there? Oh, as far as, what makes a song a keeper. So obviously I have to have a connection to it. And then I play it out after I've done all this polishing and worked it up. Now I guess some people call it fleshing it out. I don't know. But anyway, playing it out, is it getting an applause? Am I finding a way to deliver the song, emote it live? That's another big thing. And does it get any comments? So some songs, sometimes people will say they like it, or you can see reactions. I know the Wyvern, I got a reaction from another singer-songwriter. It was so different for me, because I was only playing downstrokes. I was creating this new sound that was new coming from me, and quite a bit of it was different. And people asked about the song later too. Some people didn't understand the words and were trying to figure out what I was saying. People were interested in it. Something caught their eyes, the ears. So that's really cool. Anyway, time to sing the song. And I didn't think about this ahead of time, but I have to have a way to see the verses, to see the words. I guess we could try doing this with it on my lap. Usually I have a stand in front of me, but it's over behind the camera here. It's being used for the piano right now. I should invest in a second stand is what I should do. Alright, let's see if we can do this with it on my knee. This is really improvising now. She was the one that kept my destiny. that's what I call folk punk. I don't know if any of you agree with that labeling of that style. And you know, I'm tempted to work the song up and see where it goes, because it's different, and it might give me an opportunity to just explore my process a little deeper, because I'm so analytical of it now. Look at the dog's tails bashing the camera. Lay down, Serenity. Lay down. Down. I will get you, Daddy. You will take me out. You will play with me. So it's toast time, y'all. So here's to trying new things, being fearless, and self-discovery. In the name of art and of higher self. Sláinte. In conclusion, then, it's been a year since my depression had slowed me down. I got on medicine and I did therapy. I was unable to host Christmas last year, which has been a tradition of mine. I've had family over for Christmas several times, and I would kind of like to build that up to I'm doing it every year. Family traditions are important, you know. But last year I was not able to at all. I was in such a bad place I couldn't do it. But I've got it all scheduled for this year, and I'm planning and working up to it. So I'm real happy about that. I'm back at the gym, and I started a diet here finally. I've been talking about that forever, but it's finally time. I got to get rid of this reflux. It's been killing me, and I don't like looking like this. Yeah. It's not me. I don't like the lack of ability, you know, lack of flexibility. So I'm committed to improving my overall health. Got back with my bluegrass friends. Super important. I'm so happy that I did that. I've been to several jams this year with them. That's great. I started booking gigs again. I do have one on the books now for August, but I have one on the books. I've sent out 40 or 50 emails now. I have to start talking to people in person more, which is not a strong point of mine, so I'm going to have to develop some new skills and grow for that. But creating 3 times as much content for social media as ever before. So lots to look forward to. I'm real happy about things. Please like my video. I appreciate all of you who watch. Please subscribe, and I'll keep them coming at you. Love and peace, y'all.